Real quick, before this episode starts, I need to make a quick interjection because some stuff has changed. 40 days into this government shutdown, that is the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, where the Republicans decided, hey, we don't want to extend the ACA subsidies, the Affordable Care Act, so we're going to essentially double healthcare premiums for tens of millions of Americans, which, as Bernie Sanders says, if that happens, 50,000 people will die needlessly every single year. That is what the Republicans were fighting for in the government shutdown. Up to this point, the Democrats had stood strong and decided they were not going to vote for that. They were not going to vote to literally kill Americans and strip them of their health care coverage. We have a lot of criticisms of the Democratic Party, but this was a rare moment where they were actually standing up for something morally right and using their only point of leverage, that being the budget, the reconciliation bill, as a point of leverage to stop this senseless violence, state violence that is stripping people of healthcare coverage. But my point with this is that today, Monday, November 10th, 8 Democrats in the Senate decided that they were going to vote on the continuing resolution that the Republicans were bringing forward. Meaning, these 8 Democrats are voting to strip millions of Americans of healthcare and kill 50,000 people needlessly every single year. Now, after the bill is passed in the Senate, which it has now because of these 8 spineless fucking losers, it's now going to go back to the House. And if the House decides to pass it, then it is officially passed. If the House does not decide to pass it, which would only happen if, I think it's 3 Republicans are able to vote against it. As of now, the only one that I'm aware of that said that she's going to vote against it is Marjorie Taylor Greene. You know, it's fucked up when we're fucking relying on Marjorie Taylor Greene. But in the rare case that it doesn't pass the House of Representatives and it goes back to the Senate, you should shit all over every single one of these feckless fucking quote-unquote leaders that call themselves Democrats, that call themselves the opposition to the fascist administration in the White House right now. These are the 8 names of the Democrats who voted to strip tens of millions of Americans of their healthcare coverage and literally cave and capitulate in this key moment of leverage that will not come for a long time. Here's the names. Senator Tim Kaine, which is my senator, and you better believe I fucking contacted him and shat all over him on Instagram too. Senator Dick Durbin. Senator John Fetterman. Crazy person, by the way. Senator Jean Shaheen. Senator Maggie Hassan. Senator Angus King. Senator Cortez Masto. Senator Jackie Rosen. If any of those people are your senator, call them right now. Tell them that you are ashamed that they are your representative. Tell them that they voted to kill tens of thousands of Americans every single year. Call them out, okay? Please. Call them and call them out. Shame them. Because if this comes back around and hits the Senate again, and they vote for it again, I mean, get all of them out. All of them need to fucking retire right now because they are such fucking, I'm sorry, they're just spineless, like, dipshits. Do-nothings. Now, conveniently, all of them are not up for election in 2026. I don't think that's a coincidence, and I think Chuck Schumer has something to do with that. And I think there's a lot of corporatist Democrats that are probably involved in orchestrating this so that the people who weren't going to have to respond to the democracy, you know, that we live in, kind of, would be able to hold off. You know, like people who are up for election next year, they can act like they're still holding strong and fighting, while the people who aren't up for election next year can be like, yeah, we're gonna vote, we're gonna cave, we're gonna capitulate. Fuck you, Tim Kaine. Fuck you, all of these 8 spineless losers. Retire right now. So anyways, I just wanted to clear that up because it's important and it's something that happened like literally right after we finished filming this episode. I'm sure we'll get more into it next week, but I just wanted to get that out there. So if those are your senators, call them, shame them. They should be ashamed of themselves because this is all their fault. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Podgressives podcast. It's been actually, for once, an exciting week.
I know, it really has.
I mean, bad shit is happening too, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But actually some good stuff happening.
Some good stuff sprinkled on top.
Yeah. And that's what we're gonna be talking about both. Of course, even the good stuff is probably not going to be taken correctly and probably going to be misused and we'll be fucked anyways. But it's good to celebrate, especially as leftists. It's constantly losing. So when you have a moment of celebration,
you gotta celebrate the good times.
Yes, you
even when they're not how you want it to be. You still gotta celebrate the good times.
You gotta celebrate the good times. You have to, if you want to stay optimistic, you have to like actually have good mental health.
I will say this: I'm gonna start reading the Quran.
Yes, we're both going to convert to Islam and become communists.
Convert.
Now that Sharia law has been activated in New York City,
Yeah.
even though we don't live there.
No.
It's going to spread to everywhere
gonna
in the United
spread.
States. So it's true. That's 100% true. No, it's fucking crazy. But yeah, by the way, I'm Dakota. My name's Dakota. I run the YouTube channel Dakota Talks. And that thing over there is my co-host.
I'm co-host. That's my new name.
Yeah, that's his name. His name is co-host.
My name's co-host.
His name is Ryder. So be sure to
Don't say that.
go
There's a
make fun
lot
his
of cops. Anyways, let's get back to the podcast.
They're out for him, so he's not
Yeah.
going to disclose his real name.
My
right
name's
now.
co-host.
His name is co-host. But no, we actually had a lot of things happen this week. We had Dick Cheney died. Oh no, fuck. I'm so man.
It's funny because when someone told Zoran that, at the polls,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's like, "Oh, really? When?"
Wow.
Yeah.
Just looked away, which is honestly so based.
Yeah, he's like, that sucks. Dick Cheney, me and him didn't agree on everything, but still respected his love for America. That's what Bill Clinton said.
Oh god damn. Of course he did. Dude, Dick Cheney was literally
He's a war criminal.
he was like almost not single-handedly, but he was in a big way responsible for hundreds of thousands of people's deaths in Iraq, in
And then the
Afghanistan,
executive powers.
and also expanding the executive power. He's a fucking and he said he would invade Iraq again in like 2017,
yeah,
right?
in like an interview with, I don't even
He's a fucking war
remember.
criminal, and he died in his house with his loving family right next to him, unlike the hundreds of thousands of people that he just extrajudicially killed. So that happened. It's good that I'm not sad that he died. I'm sad that he died in a way where he wasn't prosecuted for any of his actions. But on the same day that Dick Cheney died, Zohran Mamdani won.
Zohran Kwame
Zohran
Mamdani
Kwame Mamdani
won.
won the New York City mayoral race.
Andrew Cuomo packed up. I think he's moving to Florida today.
Hell yeah, bro. He's out of there.
I don't think he's actually gonna move to Florida, honestly.
I think he already lived in, he already lives in like New Jersey.
He
or
lives in
something.
New Jersey or like the suburbs of New York.
Of course.
He doesn't have like a $2,000 shoebox.
Yeah, no, he
that he
doesn't.
lives in.
No, literally, yeah. But so while that happened, we also had we had a blue wave basically, like all across the country on election day. We had Abigail Spanberger win.
You won in
We
Virginia.
had the Attorney General here in Virginia win, even though despite his controversies where he was like kind of like threatening like Republicans, families and stuff, kind of fucking crazy stuff, honestly. Like he's a fucking kook.
Yeah.
But he
won?
won significantly, and pretty much every like major race saw a Democrat like win by a large margin. And we've been seeing a lot of commentary. A lot of it's been very frustrating from like the centrist, quote unquote, pragmatic abundance people.
Yeah,
that are trying to be like, no, you can't apply what Zohran did to anywhere else in the country because New York City is crazy, communist or whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. But we're also going to be talking about some less fun stuff, including ICE. Continuing their assaults on immigrant communities, doing some absolutely horrendous shit. We have some videos to play that we gotta show. I'm fucking sick of talking about it, but like
You can't
it's
not
not gonna
talk
get
about
better
it.
unless we talk about
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
we have to. And we're also going to be talking about the snap cuts yet again, which sucks. It's horrible.
There's a lot going on with that.
There's a lot of misinformation, a lot of racism involved, a lot
Oh
of
my god. Let's like just talk about that for a second. Dude, Halloween was insane. Someone got kicked out of a bar or trying to go into a bar because they were wearing a Nazi uniform, rightfully deserved.
Yeah.
And then like there was like conservative like live streamers or something on Twitter that just straight up wore blackface, and the title was like, "Where's my EBT at?" or something like that.
God damn. And fucking like Fox News was showing like AI videos of like angry black women wanting taxpayers to cover their bill for
Oh my
their
god.
7 children. Like the most racist stereotype ever
Yeah.
made by AI, and Fox News, the biggest mainstream news organization in America, is playing that. Like it's
Dude,
fucking crazy.
We are so cooked.
We're so cooked. But we're going to talk about that because there's a lot of misinformation
Yeah.
in terms of what SNAP people actually receive, whether or not the Trump administration is, well, they're just completely like, I would say unconstitutionally
Yeah.
deciding.
No.
I mean,
it's totally within the confines.
Yeah. Congress, according to the Supreme Court, apparently it is. But
yeah.
the Congress had already allocated $5 billion in contingency funds in case of a government shutdown to fund SNAP for half a month. And despite that, the Trump administration goes, hey, those funds that Congress, the people who have the power of the purse constitutionally to allocate funds, we're just not going to do that. And then a lower court was like, hey, you're supposed to do that. And then the Supreme Court was like, no, it doesn't. It's like, okay, well, fuck me then.
The Supreme Court is so fucking crazy.
Yeah. And now they're just not going to.
I don't even know.
And now they're ordering states to not even pay out SNAP.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What the fuck are we doing, man?
And like now, the Supreme Court, I think they're still hearing arguments about Trump's like universal like tariffs or whatever. So that'll be interesting to see what they come out with. Maybe the capitalist mindset will like make them be like, shouldn't be able to do this much.
Like, but free trade.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And we're also this is just a little highlight of the SNAP thing that I think is worth noting at the start here, is that the average American spends $36 a year on the SNAP program.
Yeah, so really
meanwhile, this average American pays $670 a year in corporate subsidies.
That's crazy.
I think that's all you need to say.
Yeah.
But let's start with something more positive. Let's start with Zohran.
Yeah, let's start with the
wave.
Old Mom Donnie.
Mom Dami.
Whatever the hell his name is.
Well, if you haven't been following, you probably have been to some degree.
Yeah.
Zohran Mamdani is a democratic socialist, also a Muslim from Africa. He was born in Uganda and he moved to New York City, and he's lived there for quite a long time. And he's great. He is extremely charismatic. He effectively used social media, and he's a really, really, really good communicator. Just like he's like a once in a lifetime politician. Like, it's fucking insane how good he is, because he just goes up there, and regardless of if he's on Fox News, CNN, it doesn't fucking matter. Whoever he's talking to, he's gonna fucking somehow convince them to become a democratic socialist in that moment. He literally was convincing fucking Fox News host to be like, yeah, okay, I actually kind of see what you're saying about taxing the rich and like providing universal child care. It's like what? No one else could do that.
In the Fox News host, no, imagine like Chuck Schumer going on there trying to do that. He would just fail.
Yeah, I don't think they would have him on.
No, they probably wouldn't.
But despite his extreme charismatic and his extreme popularity across the entire country, he's running for mayor. He ran for mayor and won.
No, he's running for mayor of Tel Aviv, I thought.
Yeah, no, it's like almost thing like he was doing. Zohran was running for mayor of New York City, and despite that, he's a national figure.
Yeah, no, I would say if I had to guess, like at least 50% of Americans who don't even live in New York like support him.
Yeah, I think a lot of Democrats support him. I mean,
no, I would say like more than 50%.
Every Democrat that I've talked to in my like actual life, I've never met a Democrat. Every single person I know is like, oh yeah, I know who Zohran Mamdani is, even if they're not that politically active, and they all like him.
Yeah, no,
my mom, my grandma, it was not like a socialist or a communist or anything like that. Like, she's not a crazy, like, she's not a leftist. She's like, quite literally likes the idea of capitalism in her specific case. But she's, as a normal person, doesn't want people to starve, doesn't want people to not be able to afford their rent, doesn't want people to not be able to afford childcare. So of course, Zohran Mamdani is like, hey, I got these ideas. We're gonna fix shit. People like that. People in LA were literally jumping and cheering.
Yeah.
Like, they filled an entire bar.
Oh,
and they were jumping and cheering when Zohran Mamdani won. That's like literally across the entire country.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, like, people, okay, there's like the abundance, like, centrist wing of the Democratic Party is literally trying to be like, what happened with Zohran's election is just like fringe leftist New York, and Virginia is what we can really learn from. But I just don't think that's true.
No, I think Virginia was... Spanberger had it in the bag because Winston Sears was like, she's going to trans your kids. Vote for me.
Literally. And that's another thing is we've seen the same people who are trying to say that Abigail Spanberger is what we can learn from and Zohran isn't, is the exact same people who are saying that the Kamala's for they, them, and not for you ads were the most effective thing because we were going too extreme on gender and stuff. Like, that is bullshit. Yeah. And we know that because Abigail Spanberger was literally running. She was also, they're not mentioning that Abigail Spanberger, as someone who lives in Virginia, I've seen these ads. She was running anti-billionaire ads. Yeah, she was running ads being like, Winsome Sears is funded by billionaires, and I'm going to make the minimum wage higher and help you. Like, not that I don't think she's the best candidate, personally. She's former CIA. She's definitely more centrist. In her victory speech, she was like, you just voted for pragmatism and not partisanship. And I was like, yeah. Like, I don't really like Abigail Spanberger. I'm glad she won. I don't want fucking Winsome Sears in there. Fucking crazy person. But we live in Virginia, where there's hundreds of thousands of federal workers. Meanwhile, Trump is gutting the administrative state and also keeping the government shut down so that he can cut health care.
Yeah.
And then we have an election where we have someone who supports that and someone who doesn't support that. Of course, they're going to choose the person who doesn't support that.
And like,
the other person's offering nothing but they're going to make your kids trans. Like,
yeah. And Sears was like, she supported Doge, which is incredibly
also federal
unpopular.
workers, yeah.
Yeah, which
here in
affects
Virginia.
Yeah, because like Northern Virginia is like where most of the federal workers live.
Yeah.
If they are in Virginia, because
I mean, I know like multiple federal workers.
yeah.
I know at least 1 or 2 federal workers in my personal life that had got laid off during the Doge cuts.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like what we can learn from the Virginia election is that Republicans trying to focus on identity politics and trans stuff, like it's not effective if the opposition has like a coherent message that's going to materially improve people's lives in some way, or if in this case the Republicans are just so unpopular right now. Like Trump has his worst poll numbers he's had in either presidency. He's horrible poll numbers on even his best issues. Immigration, I think he's even underwater on immigration, which is fucking crazy for him, and crime.
Yeah.
And so this is big, and I think we can't. I don't think that what Abigail Spanberger taught us, because here's the thing. I think if it was any other year, like if this election happened last year, I do not think that Abigail Spanberger would have won the election.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been, if she would have won the election last year, if it would have happened last year instead of this year, I feel like she would have, like, it would have been close. Like, it would have been
She might have
narrow.
won, but yeah, it wouldn't have been like a fucking blowout.
Yeah, no.
And maybe it would have, because Winsome Sears was still just such a horrible candidate.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would have been. Actually, I think we could have probably seen for Trump. I mean, for Winsome, but also I think like not that black women aren't they have the ability to be a leader. I believe that, and I also think that even if you're running as like a black woman, like Kamala Harris was, I think you can overcome that. But I will say, especially as a Republican candidate.
Yeah, no, that's like, I was wondering why they were like,
if you don't have any
her.
kind of position and you're a black woman running for a Republican candidate, like,
yeah,
you're kind of,
you have to have a
gonna
position,
hurt.
because like it's hard enough to get your racist voter base to like turn out for you and like actually want you to be the governor, and like, well, I'll just stay home.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
honestly,
That's probably what a lot of people, like, their mindset was, in their racist fucking minds.
yeah, either that and they were sitting there going like, I don't know, this government shutdown stuff. Like, I just don't want to. I don't feel like. I feel like in every Republican that I know too is like they're either like going down a rabbit hole where they're going even further right, like Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes style, or they're in a situation where they're like, I don't know about these fucking Republicans. They seem like they don't have our best interests at heart. Like that seems like right now Trump is pushing people to go more liberal left, or farther right. Like people aren't. Trump has become the Republican establishment, and people hate that now. But I don't think that we can hold on to that forever, because I think what we saw in Virginia is like a backlash to Trump.
Yeah.
And I think that is good, but I don't think that that's sustainable. I don't think we can run on that forever, because we need to give people something to vote for and not something to vote against. And that's what Abigail Spanberger was giving. But Zohran Mamdani was like, hey, we're going to actually fix shit. And people voted for that. They voted for that. They didn't vote. People voted against Cuomo too, but because he's a fucking sex offender who was funded by like corporations and DoorDash and Bill Ackman and fucking crazy shit. But yeah, I mean, I think Zohran Mamdani Zohran Mamdani, his video that he posted after he won the election got like 45 million views on just Instagram.
Crazy. Yeah, and like also people were saying like Zohran Mamdani was mean in his victory speech. He needs to not yell so much. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't
know. Andrew Cuomo's on the other side being like, Zohran's gonna do another 9/11 with Hassan Pico.
Yeah.
Like we gotta stop the Islamic invasion of New York City.
Dude, he's so fucking racist. That's another thing I think we can learn is like that just doesn't work. I don't know. Racism.
Yeah.
I mean it does, unfortunately. But it didn't work this time.
No, people.
Fuck you, Cuomo.
Yeah. No FOMO for Cuomo.
Dude, if you guys didn't see that, I think it was Andrew Cuomo's daughter
it was
on
like
stage.
His daughter or niece or something like ran his campaign.
He was like, no FOMO, vote Cuomo. It was so bad.
Dude, it's also crazy because like a bunch of Cuomo's canvassers were like, I'm actually voting for Zohran. Because the only reason they were working for Andrew Cuomo is because, when he has a well-funded campaign,
Yeah.
he can pay people
Right.
like a lot of money to just like hand out flyers and stuff. And
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
you know,
I'm just glad that he won.
no,
I think it's going to be really great. He announced his transition team. It's an all-woman team,
yeah,
which I
with
think is
Lena Khan.
Lena Khan, the GOAT from the Biden administration, probably the best part of the Biden administration.
Yeah,
Maybe the only good
Yeah.
part of the Biden administration.
Yeah.
I mean, like, antitrust
Yeah.
was definitely the best thing that they did. Under
no, yeah, it was.
But and then they tried to forgive student loans.
Yeah, they did. Well, they did, and
But
then
yeah.
like they did try to do it again, and then like a federal judge said it was unconstitutional.
Of course, but it's totally
something.
constitutional to not pay out SNAP benefits, even
Yeah.
though when Congress pre-allocated the money for it, that's totally constitutional. That makes complete
Yeah.
sense for sure.
So the Supreme Court's like, oh, Trump, yeah, just say whatever it is, it's fine.
Yeah, we fuck with him. We don't
Yeah.
care. Yeah, he can do whatever he wants to. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of things we can learn from Zohran.
Yeah,
We can learn from his.
you gotta be on social media.
That's what. Okay, here's what what the centrist Democrats are gonna try to say. They're gonna try to say that you can't learn from Zohran, or what you can learn from Zohran is that you have to focus on affordability and social media.
Yeah, like
That's literally what they're saying.
You showed me a clip of like Hakeem Jeffries saying that, and what I got from that was pretty much like, just promise all this shit that you're gonna do on affordability, but don't do anything about it.
Yeah,
necessarily.
like they have to, because like they are talking about affordability
Yeah.
so broadly, but now Republicans are literally doing the same thing. Like I've seen clips of Republicans, they sound exactly like Democrats.
Oh,
Like I'm not even kidding. They're literally going out there being like, we can't keep running on trans stuff. We're gonna have to talk about affordability. That's literally what they said. Like I saw a clip of that. It's identical to what Hakeem Jeffries is saying.
Oh my
and
God.
Democrats need to like define what affordability means because Republicans are gonna co-opt that exact same message and they're gonna do it better.
I mean, dude, they did that Trump did that.
Yeah.
In the presidential election, he's like, I'm gonna lower prices on day one.
By deporting all the brown people.
Yeah, lower your groceries and deport Pedro and them on
Yeah.
day one. And then now it's like beef prices are at an all-time high. Electric prices have gone up like 10%. Nothing's gone down.
And unemployment's rising.
Yeah.
fucking-
Literally, there's been like 1 million layoffs this year so far, and we're getting closer to the end of the year, but like it's
And
almost
right
like
now-
it's almost like 2008 level layoffs.
And right now, since the government shut down, we don't have like the official numbers. From the
Oh,
government.
yeah.
But I've heard like that the like private entities that are calculating that in replace of the government
Yeah.
are saying like it's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah. That's
So-
why they wanted to shut the government down, I think, because
Yeah.
like, they didn't want to like tell everyone how shitty it actually was, and like, and
Like-
also like the air traffic control people.
That's horrible. Yeah.
I mean, I saw something like, I don't like Sean Duffy, but it's crazy that the numbers he was saying, if they were true or not, it was like from 4 people leaving the industry a day while the government was open to 15 to 20 people a day.
And they were already understaffed and like
Yeah.
overworked and like
Yeah.
underpaid and stressed out. Like
Yeah.
that. I'm fucking terrified of flying right now. I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, starting with the fucking Boeing stuff, and then we got fucking the most horrifying.
God.
Like, we're so cooked.
I know. And then like Trump dropped the lawsuit, the Boeing like lawsuit from the 740 or whatever plane it
Of
was.
course,
Because I think they like donated to his campaign.
of course they did. Yay!
Oh my gosh.
I love America,
Yeah.
America. But no, I think we can learn from Zohran.
Yeah, no, I
We can
definitely
learn
think.
from his social media. We can learn from that.
Yeah.
We can learn from his affordability message. But he has to be more specific than that. Because what he was doing on social media is he was going out and hounding on the exact same policy positions that he developed after going out literally on the street.
Yeah.
And being like, hey, voters, who'd you vote for? Why? And why, what are your problems? He literally made videos where he went out on the street and was like, what are your problems as a New Yorker? And then they told him, and he was like, okay, you can't afford childcare, you can't afford rent, you can't afford groceries. How about this? I'm going to make city-run grocery stores. I'm going to freeze the rent. I'm going to provide universal childcare. Like, he's like, hey, what's your problems? Here they are. Okay, here's how I'm going to fix them. Boom. And that's how you do it. But you can't just be like, I'm running on affordability. It's like, what does that mean?
Affordability.
Yeah, like affordability for like the bank owners and the
Yeah, the capitalists.
yeah, for like I want to make sure that Blackwater executives can afford to pay their rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I want to make sure that they can afford to get $1 billion bonus. I want to make sure that Elon Musk can get a $1 trillion pay package.
Oh my God. You want can we just like quickly glance over that real quick?
Yeah.
So Elon Musk,
We talked about this a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago,
Oh,
but it wasn't
yeah.
supposed to be
No.
happening anytime soon.
No, it was like he was supposed to like make another $1 trillion in value for the company by like 2028 or 2030, or it was in that range. And he was supposed to do some other stuff, just increase the stock price pretty much.
And now they're like, actually,
And
we'll just
they're
give it
like,
to you.
yeah, they literally voted like overwhelming, more than half, like 75% voted to approve it. And then it went through, and then he danced with some fucking Tesla robots on stage.
So when does he get it? Do you know?
I don't really know when he gets it. I think he gets it all in stock or something. So it's not really like, it's not going to be taxed, you know.
Right, of course. And that way he
It's-
can.
it's-
It's not real money.
Yeah,
it's but I can buy stuff with it. I can buy entire platforms with it.
Yeah, it's going to be
Like,
like
literally.
an unrealized gain. So it doesn't like get taxed until he pulls it out, which he's never going to pull it out. So
God damn, dude, that's fucking crazy.
yeah.
I mean, that is like he single-handedly with that amount, I think is worth almost half of the bottom 50% of America.
No more.
I think the bottom 50% has like $2 trillion or something. And if Elon, I think I might be pulling that out of my ass.
God.
I mean, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that was the number I remember seeing.
Yeah.
I wrote an article about wealth inequality actually.
Oh,
if
yes.
you go over to my Substack.
Oh,
which
yeah,
I'll put
Substack.
I'll put our Substacks on our link tree in the description.
Okay,
but
yeah.
we just both started a Substack.
Yeah.
I wrote a couple articles
fuck
and stuff. What?
Say something. Sorry.
Hello? What?
Okay, say
Your
something.
headphones
Wait,
going?
say something now.
Hello?
Say something now.
It doesn't. I mean, you can still.
Okay, it's fixed. I like pushed something in too far, and this side was quieter than this side, and then I
Oh.
pushed it back, and it's working.
It works. But, yeah, go follow us on Substack.
Yeah.
We're writing articles and stuff like that over there. It's exciting.
Yeah.
I like that platform a lot. It's pretty cool.
No, it's cool. I like it. I wrote something about Elon. I ranted. It was like a
Yes.
little rant note on Substack about.
I wrote an article
$1
about
trillion.
why we should implement a wealth cap, and I used Elon Musk
Yeah.
as an example. And actually, maybe I should read this part of it. I thought this was pretty. I thought I cooked. it.
Yeah.
So basically, I don't have. I'm not signed in. But the idea is, Elon Musk has right now $500 billion to his name.
Yeah.
If we were to set a wealth cap for him, only him, at $100 billion, which is extremely high, right?
Yeah.
If he only had $100 billion and we seized the rest in the government and democratically allocated it
the hell
to end
seizing?
homelessness, right?
Yeah.
If we used only 491, or sorry, he has $491 billion. So if we took and capped it at $100 billion for him, only him,
Yeah.
we could end homelessness for 13 to 37 years.
That's crazy.
We could literally afford to provide
could, like,
public housing
eradicate
to
homelessness.
every single homeless person in America for upwards of 37 years. Imagine what we could do with a wealth cap of $10 billion for every single person on the planet.
That's insane.
Imagine.
That would be great.
Yeah, we can't
No,
afford
like
healthcare.
here's the thing. So when I was doing the research about this note I was writing on Substack, it was like I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna pull like, you know, how much would it take to end world hunger and then like universal college. I remember the world ending like world hunger or it was world hunger. It would literally take like 4% of that $1 trillion to just end hunger for like the next, I mean, forever at that point, pretty much.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
It's crazy.
We can make these things happen, and the fact that we don't is a choice.
Yeah.
The fact that we don't is completely against
No,
morality,
we don't,
and I would
'cause,
say democracy, because I think
yeah.
most people want that shit to be done.
Yeah, no, because it's like,
If you poll Americans, like, do you want world hunger to end and homelessness to be eradicated? They would go, I'm sure they would go, no, I don't want that. That sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
All of them would say yes.
yeah, no. I think definitely an overwhelming majority would say, yes, I want to do that. Why not?
But if you say those things, then people are so fucking brainwashed and thinking those are so unrealistic when they're fucking not. They're so achievable.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, no, we can't do it. Let's just send like 10 billion to Israel, or like Elon Musk gets $1 trillion, or Jeff Bezos and Amazon doesn't pay any corporate taxes for like 10 years or something.
We can, it makes sense that we can afford to do genocides and spend an insane amount of money on our military.
Like, we might go to another war.
We're gonna go to war with fucking Venezuela.
Dude, I saw a video yesterday. Wait, what was it? Saturday? Yeah, yesterday. And it was literally a video of like Venezuelan F-16 scrambling because a B-52 bomber like had entered in Venezuelan airspace. So it's definitely, tensions are heating up.
And then fucking Pete Hegseth moved
Yeah.
the
Oh,
Department
yeah.
of War into a state of war or something.
He's like, yeah, we're in a 1939 moment. So pretty much like they're ready for war. They're preparing for war.
Fucking A. But anyways, the point is, we can fix people's material conditions
Yeah.
if we tax the rich.
Oh no, yeah,
and
we can.
Zohran showed that people support that.
Yeah,
And the
people
fact
want
that Abigail Spanberger was pushed to a point where she was running on anti-billionaire sentiment is very telling, and just it's worth noting that no one else is mentioning that. People need to mention that.
Yeah.
And yeah, we need a genuine change, and we can't keep up with the same fucking centrist bullshit that the Democratic
Yeah.
Party is still trying to pull. Because if we do that, we might win back Congress in 2026. We might win back the presidency in 2028 if there's a fucking election. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that we're going to keep the Republicans down forever. In fact, if we keep doing this bullshit, then they probably will win immediately
Yeah.
after that, because
Oh,
they
yeah.
will. If people's material conditions are not fixed when Democrats get back into office, another Trump will show up. If not
Yeah.
Trump himself, probably Trump himself.
Trump will
he's
be
still alive.
Trump will be in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
He'll
literally.
be like, I'll lower those things called
What
groceries.
the hell is it? Grocery? I don't
Like-
even remember.
like-
I got
like-
dementia now.
like I did 10 years ago when I ran for my first term. I call it my first time.
Yeah. Oh,
Legally, I have to say that. That's what the Supreme Court ruled.
oh my god! If he has dementia and he thinks this is only his second term, then it's legal. That's what the Supreme Court's gonna say.
No, the Supreme Court might come out with some kooky
As far as
shit
he knows,
like
this
that.
is only his second term.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! But anyways, let's talk about ICE. This is way sadder, but it's
I was
we
laughing.
gotta talk about
I was
it.
laughing when we were filming this podcast together.
I know. No
I
more
wasn't-
laughing. Not allowed
I
anymore.
wasn't like, oh god.
Not under Zoran's rule. Under the
Sharia law bans laughing and
Sharia law, we don't allow laughing no more. So
Okay, we need to.
let's
Yeah.
let's talk about
Let's
ICE.
talk about ice. You mean like the ice?
Ice, baby. This
Oh,
is a
yeah.
clip. This is a clip of these fucking ICE goons, right? That were in Chicago, and they basically crashed into this woman's car with their like fucking car, and once they like rammed her off the road, basically they pulled up in front of her, and then they got out of the car. They're like militarized. They got fucking guns. So they're pointing
Yeah.
at the fucking people filming.
Right, yeah, hands up.
And then
Let
they
me shoot you.
literally tear her out of the car and like arrest her. Like, let's watch this video. This is from Migrant Insider. Highly recommend this page.
Yeah! Hit and run! Hit and run! That's a hit and run! Hit and run! Hit and run! That's a hit and run!
So that car over there, the gray one right here, is the ICE
Yeah.
car.
Okay, yeah.
Hit and run!
Makes
hit and
sense.
run! Look, hey, watch out with that weapon! That weapon! Yo, watch out! What's wrong with you? You hit it! You hit her!
Look, he's doing a fucking rifle.
Dude, what the fuck's that? I say he ran straight and then like zigzagged or something.
Yeah.
Like
You guys hit her! You guys hit her! What's wrong with y'all? Y'all bust a whole U-turn in the middle of the street! Y'all hit her! Y'all on camera! Leave her alone! She ain't even do shit! She trying to go to work! She's trying to go to work!
What the fuck?
No, what?
They're like pulling her out of her car.
it's so
I got
fucking
no heart,
crazy.
for real! No heart!
Like, what the fuck is
no
happening?
heart!
This is fucking
She's
crazy.
a female!
Get off of her right now.
You guys hit her! How you guys gonna arrest her?
Get off.
You guys hit her! Man, how y'all gonna arrest her, man?
These fucking ice agents are a fucking piece of shit.
Those fucking ICE agents are just fucking like, I'm sorry, you can't tell me that they're not fucking lawless
Oh no, yeah.
entities going and fucking assaulting people. Like, this woman was driving to work. These ICE agents rammed her off the road, pulled in front of her car, and then fucking pulled her out of her car, assaulted her basically. Like, they're like sitting on top of her. There's like 4 dudes. They're all masked up. They all got like military gear on.
Yeah.
And they're holding fucking rifles. This is so fucking unnecessary.
Yeah.
This is so fucking lawless and stupid. Like, oh my god, it's so insane.
It's like, why are they? You know, if they're so like, if they're doing the right thing, like they were hired and said that they were.
Yeah.
There's no reason to wear a mask.
Yeah, they're just I fucking
They're just
hate
like-
them.
They're just like, oh yeah, we need to wear this mask so we don't get doxxed or whatever the fuck, you know. And like, I know, I think it's Chicago or California, One of them, I think it was California actually. They banned like law enforcement with masks or something like that. I saw something.
Yeah, I think they did.
Like a new bill or something.
I don't remember where, but they also had passed a law where it was like ICE agents can be arrested.
I think that was
which is good.
Chicago.
I think so, and which is good. And regardless of if they're arrested during the Trump administration, whenever Trump gets out of power, like we need to fucking arrest these people that did this shit. Like,
Yeah,
we
oh,
need
yeah,
fucking
no.
Nuremberg trials for America. Like pretty
like
much.
tribunals.
Yeah, because they are so fucking lawless and crazy.
Yeah.
They have tackled people to the ground, American citizens. They've shot and killed immigrants.
Yeah, they
for
killed, like,
trying to
2
flee
people,
the fucking
right?
Gestapo. They've also shot American citizens. They shot a pastor directly in the head with a
Yeah.
fucking rubber ball. They shot a fucking dog after they entered an American citizen's
yeah, that's
house.
right. They like shot the dog and like helped.
We talked
the guy
about that a couple
escape.
weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Fucking
And
crazy.
they've rammed cars repeatedly. That's something they've done over and over and over again. Like this is insane. We have a story later about multiple different stories that we'll get to.
Crazy.
Let's just go ahead and move on to the next one so we can get through it. This is a father that was holding his daughter in his car. And he started suffering from a seizure, and ICE agents continue to pull his daughter, his baby, out of his hands while the kid is crying and the father is having a seizure. This is so fucking crazy.
I'm not touching the car. Leave me alone. Look what
You can see
they're
the child in his hands.
Stop.
I'm just realizing the mother is holding the daughter and scared, running away from the ICE agents. Not even running, just like trying to get away from the ICE agents while her husband is having a fucking seizure, and she's holding her daughter, and the ICE agents are trying to pull her out of the car.
That's fine. Back up.
This is my wife. She's having a seizure. They're trying to rip the baby out of her hands. She's having a seizure.
Back up.
Fitchburg, Massachusetts. This is what's
then
going
back
on
up
this
there.
morning. Stop yelling at
Back
her.
up.
Stop yelling at her because you feel insecure. I'm not touching.
So crazy, dude.
I can't even fucking take it anymore, dude. I see these videos like every fucking day, and I just want to lose my fucking mind. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, they're so fucking stupid. This Law and Order. That's what this is about.
This is Law and Order.
We're doing Law and Order by fucking
By ripping babies from their parents' arms.
while they're having seizures.
Yeah, while they're like actively having, because like, isn't it like when you're having a seizure, if you don't get like your head or whatever, it's not like level or something, it can like fuck you up or something. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you don't
something
have
like
like the
that.
proper attention,
Yeah,
if
if
you
you
don't
don't
have
have-
in the right way, like you can get fucked up from
Yeah.
this. And it's just so fucking crazy. I mean, and that's we're showing all this, and we're showing like how this is horrible, but it's also like senseless. Like there's no even reason. Like there's not even a rationale for this that is at all like
No.
comprehensive.
Like the people who are still defending this are just soulless, really.
I feel like there's no like genuine human being that is looking at
No.
this and going, hell yeah, that's my shit. Like no one.
Yeah, no.
There's no way. There's no fucking way unless you're just a fucking like insane person with no morals.
Yeah.
Like I mean, holy shit. I mean, I don't know. This is just too much. Because like the reason I say there's no reason for any of this is because I mean, immigrants don't even fucking commit crimes at a high rate. They commit crimes at a lower rate. Like this is so insane. Like we're just talking about the SNAP stuff and like providing things for people.
Yeah.
And instead of doing that, we're literally spending taxpayer money on this.
Yeah, of course, ICE is getting paid during the shutdown. They're not getting.
They're not getting furloughed.
I guarantee you, like, if they weren't getting paid what they get paid, you would see ICE activity slow down real quick.
Yeah. I mean, they're literally paying them like crazy amounts of money
Yeah.
to go fucking
Like,
round up brown people.
Teacher salaries as bonuses.
Yeah.
It's
literally
fucking insane.
Literally. Yeah. I mean, we don't pay our teachers enough. We don't pay air traffic controllers enough. We don't even have like air traffic controllers anymore. Like they're not even in existence anymore.
Where are those?
We're laying off
Is that just
people.
AI now?
Yeah, like we're cutting SNAP benefits. They're trying to even fucking cut the ACA subsidies
Yeah.
for Obamacare. Just like that's literally what the whole shutdown's about. They're trying to make people's healthcare premiums essentially double in a lot of instances.
Yeah, triple.
Already tens of millions of Americans are uninsured because they can't afford healthcare, and they're like, let's make it worse, actually.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, during that fight, we're also gonna just completely withhold SNAP benefits from tens of millions of Americans who can barely afford food, even with the benefits. But we're not gonna give it to them either. It's like,
it's so fun.
what? Like this is a conscious choice to make everything worse.
Like I saw this NBC thing where it was a bunch of like they interviewed or like called or whatever a bunch of like people who are on Snap, and it's like, yeah, I had to kind of tell my son like, we're not gonna be able to eat for a while. I don't know when we're gonna be able to eat. I'm like, that's so crazy to have like, I mean, you imagine your parents telling you, yeah, we can't eat right now. We're just gonna have to like. There's just one person that they interviewed that's like a lone person, like no family or anything. They're literally living off water and coffee right now. That's it. That's all they got.
It's so fucking crazy. I saw a lot of videos too of like moms that were on food stamps talking about how they can't food stamps rather that can't they were like, I have to choose between feeding my kid or feeding myself, and I'm gonna choose my kid, so I'm gonna have to skip meals. Like that kind of shit's happening all over the place right now. It was happening before, but now it's happening even worse. And we'll get more into that briefly, but the point is, like, instead of fixing that, instead of helping people that are in those dire circumstances, we're targeting them. Like these people aren't getting SNAP benefits, by the way, but these are people who don't even get the bare minimum of the social safety nets that we have in America. They're people who are literally subsidizing our social safety nets and need them desperately in a lot of instances.
For sure.
But they aren't getting them, and they're being exploited. Like this is another thing. Is like the entire idea that like someone who is undocumented means anything is something that we made up. Like I just don't understand how people don't see this. Like what the idea that because this person is from Mexico or from Guatemala or wherever, it doesn't matter. Like because that person is from that area and they're in this country without this legal process that we set up, that means they're more likely to do crime. When in reality, the idea is actually they're less likely to do crime, and they're more likely to work hard because they're essentially in a position where they're easily exploitable. So like there's a problem with the fact that they're undocumented. It's not because they're going to go around doing crimes. It's because they're going to be exploited for their labor.
Because they don't have any rights.
Yeah.
And
they're not going to be able
to more American worker that has any rights. Yeah,
exactly. It's like we already have a fucked up labor system. Imagine if you're in the labor system and you're being paid under the table with no rights. Like it's there's an issue with that. That's why we should do mass amnesty. Yeah. I'm sure it'd be way cheaper than paying these fucking Gestapos to go round people up.
And then like also they have to like
in their fancy uniforms and their masks.
Yeah, literally you can buy like an ICE uniform.
Get those fucking face diapers off.
Yeah, what happened to that?
Yeah, what happened to that shit? God damn.
It's for someone would Trump's would be like, it's for a greater cause.
Yeah. Ugh.
Or some bullshit.
Fucking hogs. All right, let's watch this next video. Okay, this is another video. This is ICE agents that they hit this family. They took this family that was driving, and they pepper sprayed inside the vehicle. And there was a child inside the vehicle, and you just kind of see the ICE agents fucking them up, and then you see the child.
This is what ICE does. This is what these terrorists do to babies.
You okay,
Baby was pepper sprayed.
You okay? You okay, Mama?
That's crazy, man.
Pepper spray is really I mean, I've never been pepper sprayed, but from what I hear, like, it is really fucking painful.
Yeah.
And it, like, contains, like, the area around you, like, the whole area around you, proximity is, like, if you walk in that area, you're gonna fucking feel it.
ICE is just
and imagine a child in that instance.
That's crazy.
The captain says, another example of the madness, chaos brought to the streets by ICE. Agents allowed to run amok on Chicago. Yesterday, a Latino family was driving to Sam's Club when they saw ICE agents driving toward them on the opposite lane. The car had windows open, and an agent fired pepper spray into the car, injuring their baby in the back seat. The following statement was shared by the Sidewalk School and from the perspective of an eyewitness who helped the family get medical attention. They said, at 11:09, 10 ICE vehicles stopped at 26 and Pulaski. Chaos erupted. Flashbangs exploded. I watched as a Bovino pulled the pin on a grenade right in front of me. God. Moments later, they heard the west down 26th Street. I turned the Sam's Club entrance, and I came across a family with a 1-year-old baby who had been pepper sprayed. We helped them flush their eyes. It's fucking insane, dude.
just nutty.
Yeah, literally.
Ugh. They just have no accountability. They can just do what the fuck they want. They can like
That one ICE agent that like literally tackled a person in a hallway of an immigration court that was not even being arrested. Like the person was just like, "What are you doing?
Oh,
You're kidnapping
yeah.
someone." The ICE agent tackled her to the fucking ground, and then he was like, "Oh, we're gonna suspend you," and they're like, "Actually, come on back." They brought him back like a day later, full job back.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. And then like I don't know. This is just so crazy to see the unaccountability.
It is.
Even when they're like like ramming people's cars and like kidnapping them out of their car, and just like
Total bullshit.
It's so crazy.
And then we have one more story about ICE. And there's plenty more that we have don't have time to cover, but
Yeah.
definitely follow Migrant Insider. They're constantly posting
I'll
videos
have to
that
follow them.
definitely gotta follow them. They're always posting videos of ICE, and it's good to keep up with that kind of stuff. But this is from Where the Peace, and they had this story. I've seen it in other places as well, but I think they had a good breakdown of it. So this is a picture of a guy. And it says a man ran up to Broadview ICE facility today, visibly distraught and desperate to find his wife of 5 years. She had been taken by ICE earlier that morning from the courthouse. They were showing up for her court case following the legal process when she was suddenly taken into another room and disappeared. No one told him where she went or what was happening. In desperation, he tracked her phone to Broadview, but the signal cut off there. When he arrived, running up to the middle of the road, police stopped him. They told him to look up her name online, and that was all they said. He sat in a nearby parking lot, weeping and terrified without answers. This is the reality of what ICE is doing to families across the country. His story is just one of thousands. So this is the person that his wife was following the legal process and showing up to her court date, and she got fucking disappeared from her family.
It's also crazy that these judges are just following ICE blindly.
Yeah.
Because like they're the ones that have to like just like revoke their visa, and then ICE is like, oh cool, can just roll in here, snatch a few brown people, and they'll never be seen again.
Yeah.
Like even I'm pretty sure. I mean, I haven't heard anything about it, but when like Alligator Alcatraz closed down, all those people that were in there just went missing. Like
they were unaccounted for a long time. I think some of them showed up in like literally a fully across the country state. Like it's insane. Like these detention centers are fucking horrible too.
Yeah.
And it's completely unnecessary is the thing. Like it's so fucking crazy to me that they also over 60%. I remember the stat. If it was at least a majority, I know it was at least over 50%. Of people that have been arrested by ICE have no criminal record.
Yeah, no, it's like well over the 50%
Yeah.
mark. I think I've seen some places where it says 70%.
Yeah.
Too. It's just insane.
It's a
And,
complete
like,
chaos.
Yeah.
Like it is not instilling law and order. And here's
No.
it's
instilling chaos and just chaos.
Yeah, it's just instilling nothing but chaos and lawlessness into our cities and communities, and it's just fucking horrifying. And I think even Republicans who think that we should deport people are thinking this is going a little too far. And we saw Trump go on 60 Minutes and say, they were like, do you think that these ICE raids have gone a little too far?
Yeah.
And he said, no, I don't think they've gone far enough.
Like, what's far enough for this guy? Just like just getting him in a net.
Like fucking
In one
hanging them,
sweep?
I guess. Like what else could we fucking do?
Yeah.
How more far could we fucking go? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess
I
you
don't
could-
want
you
to
could
see how
abduct-
far. I mean, at
Either.
this point, because it's already like the guy's story, ICE throwing like just pepper bombs or whatever,
Yeah.
pepper spray in a moving car,
Fucking
and like
Gestapo's.
just like hitting people's cars and then like pinning them to the ground and kidnapping them.
Yeah.
Like, God.
I'm really fucking happy that here in Virginia and in the city that I live in, like, we had a Democratic sheriff win. We had, my house, my representative in the Virginia, what's it called?
House of Delegates.
House of Delegates is a Democrat. Now we have a Democratic governor, and I still have a Republican congressman right now.
Oh,
but my
yeah.
senators are also Democrats. So
Yeah.
and I have a feeling that Ben Klein, my representative, is probably gonna get fucked in the
Yeah.
because he hasn't done a town hall, and there's literally been weekly protests outside of his office for the entire the last 8-9 months.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm glad about that because that makes me feel like ICE will likely, at least if they try to enter our city, it'll probably be a lot harder because there's going to be all these Democrats all the way down the line that are probably going to try, maybe, I hope, to stop him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
It seems like they've also been kind of targeting Democratic cities. So could make it even worse with the National Guard at least.
Yeah.
But yeah. So while they've been doing that, spending money on literally ransacking communities for no reason, they've also been cutting off SNAP, like we mentioned.
yeah.
And let's get into the specifics of that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring this. This is like the rundown right here. Is that the Trump administration is refusing to send the $5 billion in contingency funds that were, previously allocated by Congress in case of a government shutdown to fund SNAP in the meantime. A lower court told them, hey, you have to pay out that money. They go, okay, fine. And then they go, I don't know. And then the Supreme Court goes, yeah, you don't have to. That's the case.
Yeah.
And we were also seeing Republicans go out there and try to lie about how, they're buying like so many different, you can buy so much groceries for this SNAP. They're giving people thousands of dollars a week or something.
No.
Total bullshit. The numbers actually show the average SNAP recipient receives $177 per month. And that's per person. If you go per household, it's $332 is the average household receive.
That's not a lot.
Use. It's not, and the average grocery cost per month for the average American is $504. So that's not even covering monthly groceries. That's also, to be in a point where you're receiving SNAP, you can't even afford anything else really. Like this is, I mean, it pisses me off because, like, it's just senseless. Like, there's no reason to cut this program. I mean, now, I think that SNAP is not enough. I think that SNAP is a Band-Aid solution to the bigger problem that we have. But that's not a reason to cut it off. Like, you can't just be like, I'm just going to cut it off. Like, Walmart is, like, subsidized by it in a large part.
No, 'cause
their fucking workers can't afford to buy food. So that the workers at Walmart receive SNAP in high margins.
Yeah.
And also, people who can't afford to buy food use SNAP to go buy stuff at Walmart. So Walmart, the corporations are profiting from it, which is a problem, I think. But the problem is not just, let's just cut it off and fucking, they'll be fine.
I mean, I think I saw something or I heard something about corporations involvement and stuff, is that Walmart is a big part of that. And also that they could raise prices because SNAP is not showing up, because that also helps them. I mean, they still raise prices, but relatively it helps them keep prices steady.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a secure amount of profit that they can count on from SNAP.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucked up that that's the actual calculation, but it is. And I also wanted to bring this, and I mentioned it earlier in the podcast, but I want to say it again. So we have 42 million Americans are on SNAP.
Yeah.
59% of all SNAP recipients are elderly or children. 40% of those are children.
Those elderly's got to get back in the fields.
Yeah.
Start working.
Like, you want children. You want 40% of children. Like 16 million children. I was doing the math earlier.
When Trump first started his presidency and people were talking about, like, what are we going to do after Trump gets all these, legals out or whatever. And they're like, a Florida congressman straight up said, the kids can go, over summer break and just pick in the berry fields.
I remember that. Holy shit.
Like, it's
crazy.
So crazy. He's like, I had a job in high school before all these labor laws came along.
God damn. Of course.
I was like,
crazy.
what the fuck, dude?
That is crazy. Dude, I saw like
all these labor laws got in the way of kids working.
Yeah. I saw this meme. It was like, capitalism breeds innovation. It was like the innovation in question. And it's like a McDonald's sign that says, we're now hiring 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God.
14-year-olds with small fingers.
Yeah.
That can fix the McFlurry machine.
Literally. Oh my God. But no, 40% of SNAP recipients are children, which is 16 million children.
Oh, wow.
And that's who we're cutting. And those people are not even receiving that much money. They're receiving a couple $100s a month, which is not enough even.
Yeah.
And of those that are working age adults and are disabled and are also overwhelmingly working jobs.
Yeah.
Most of them have jobs. A majority of them have jobs. And, I mean, I also did see statistics that say that a lot of them struggle to stay with a job because our labor market right now is very volatile and all over the place and really hard to keep a job, find a job.
I mean, if you do find a job, you kind of just have to sit in it because it's really hard to find another job.
It is, yeah. But so it's important to note that even with our job market being really hard to find a job, most of the people who are getting SNAP and are of working age and aren't disabled have
Yeah.
jobs. And it
Oh,
just,
yeah, I know.
like, it's insane that people even question the idea, well, should we
Yeah.
have SNAP or should we fully cut it off? It's like, no,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? That shouldn't even be a question. And and like the whole idea is, I don't know, it's scary to me because it's like, before it was, the conversation was not supposed to be, is SNAP a good program? The conversation
Yeah.
was supposed to be, are we going to pay out these contingency funds that were already pre-allocated by Congress? They're supposed to have the authority to allocate funds.
Yeah.
And now the conversation has moved to like, well, SNAP isn't really good anyways. It's kind of woke and gay. So
Yeah, Snap, they can buy sweets. They can buy soda.
yeah, a lot of times
Yeah.
they can't even. Like they literally
Yeah.
have requirements where like you can't buy cookies and stuff. But it's like, I don't really
Yeah.
care what they're buying. They should be able to afford to live lives that makes them happy. I don't care.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think, and also like they need to up the like payout.
Yeah.
'Cause if you can send $40 billion to Argentina, you can afford to send at least the average cost amount of groceries per month to someone.
Exactly.
You know?
That's the other thing
That's
too.
the other thing.
Is like during the government shutdown when we have $8 billion in pre-allocated funds for SNAP, and the
Yeah.
government is, I'm sorry, $5 billion. The government is refusing to pay that out. But they're like, well, we'll
Yeah.
spend $40 billion to Argentina.
To bail out the libertarian government that failed.
Yeah, that literally someone in the administration like has like investments in their economy, and so they want it to not fail. It's a fucking
Yeah.
bailout for a nation, Like-
And a billionaire.
and it's
It's
nasty work. But this is the thing I wanted to say. So the average American taxpayer spends $36 a year on the SNAP program.
oh yeah.
Meanwhile, the average American pays $670 a year on corporate subsidies. That's according to the Alabama Political Reporter, which is fucking insane. Like, we should not be spending that much money on corporate subsidies.
We shouldn't even
and-
be spending that much money on corporate subsidies.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You know, like we shouldn't even be paying for the corporations.
Yeah. So like that, we're spending. This is the other thing. Like it keeps coming back to this. It always comes back to this. But it's like
Yeah.
the choice is there. Do we help people or do we help corporations? Do we help people or do we further profit?
Yeah.
Do we further the interest of
Yeah, help
capital.
the corporations. They need help too.
No, the poor corporations. The same people that are sitting up there going, well, these mothers of six. Like, I thought you were by the way, these people who are going out there saying, like, well, these mothers of seven or whatever, I want these mooching off the welfare state. It's like, you're literally the one who's always talking about the birth rates.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah, but I'm talking about white birth rates. But it's like, we the same people who are going up there being like, these mothers are mooching off the welfare state.
Yeah.
The same people who are going, well, when the AI bubble pops, the government's gonna have to bail us out. When the banks
Oh,
fail and
God,
the
yeah.
housing crisis falls, we're gonna have to get a bailout for the banks. We should bail out Argentina $40 billion. Like, there's a choice. Do we help people or do we help fucking libertarian governments in South America and blow up other countries in South America
Yeah.
and fucking bail out stupid corporations that are just squeezing us of profit for profit?
Yeah.
No, we're gonna choose those things. We're not gonna choose helping people. And it's a choice, and don't let anyone tell you it's not.
Yeah, because it's also like, corporations. I don't know. It's just like I feel like if it happens where the AI bubble crashes next 2 years or whenever it's gonna be,
We'll
I
probably
do-
bail them out.
yeah. Well, yeah, probably. But I feel like people aren't just gonna be like, oh well, nothing we can do. I feel like people are gonna start calling like Congress. Maybe
Hope so.
start like making like remember when what was it that like people were starting to like make death threats to like their Congress?
Holy
Remember those
shit, yeah.
videos?
Yeah.
I feel like people might do that, or like it'll be like, you better fucking not bail out the government and bail me out. Bail
Yeah.
my 401k.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Because if the AI bubble pops like really bad, like
We're fucked.
yeah,
I mean, our entire economy is basically built on AI right now, and it's a fucking
it's like one chair
Damn.
like.
yeah, like
So
NVIDIA,
yeah.
They're-
The video's the one chair like.
literally.
Oh gosh.
And then, okay, also I wanted to say this,
Yeah.
like the entire because this whole idea about the SNAP cuts and stuff is built on the same idea that we apply to like homelessness, which is
Yeah.
like homeless people are there because they're mooching off the welfare state. They're they're not. They choose to be homeless. Like literally, that's the Republican talking point. Is like they want to be homeless, which is not true.
Yeah, no.
Obviously, but also, we have a stereotype that they are drug addicts, and they're not working a job.
They're lazy.
Yeah, they're lazy. And the truth is that in 2021, the University of Chicago estimated that 53% of people who are in homeless shelters have jobs.
Oh, wow.
40% of unsheltered people were employed either full-time or part-time in the year that they were observed to be homeless in 2011 to 2018. So a majority of people that are in homeless shelters have had a job in the same year that they were observed to be in that homeless shelter. And the people that are living on the street, 40% of them have jobs. Like, that is a lot.
Yeah.
And also, the numbers of people that are on drugs is less than the amount of people who have jobs that are homeless. Like, that is a fucking crazy thing that shouldn't fucking happen. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's because we don't have a livable wage in most places in America.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's the fun hour for you.
Yeah.
It was funner than some weeks.
Yeah, no, it was. I liked how he talked about Zoran's win.
Yeah, Zoran won.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You should celebrate that.
Celebrate Zoran winning by drinking a few beers.
Exactly.
That's what you got to do.
I've been celebrating the Dick Cheney death by watching the Turning Point, not Turning Point USA, but Turning Point. That's a documentary series.
Oh,
on
no,
Netflix.
it is the Turning Point USA, actually.
Oh, gosh.
No, it's not.
They're pretty woke, if so. But, no, I recommend this documentary on Netflix called 9/11 and the War on Terror. I've been watching that.
That's a crazy documentary.
Good to watch right now. I'm celebrating.
I remember like all the CIA, all the like CIA officers that were involved. I was like, okay.
In the documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a few on there. Most of them they had is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I think it's time to
see
log
you guys.
off. Yep.
Yeah.
See you guys.
See you guys next week. We're gonna be uploading every Tuesday going forward.
Yes. Every Tuesday.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
We're gonna lock in. We're gonna be posting clips. We're gonna be doing it all.
Yes.
Go subscribe to our Substacks for free.
Yes, for free.
Link in the description. All right.
Peace.
Adios.